Once the rain screen is finally done, we can start on siding, which is going to totally transform this.
What about the other new addition? Okay, so last night I went to go install the exterior lights back here, and I kind of forgot about what all it goes into the siding. I mean, there's going to be a rain screen and then this physical siding itself, so that won't allow me to mount my light to this outlet box. So what I'm going to have to do is kick this outlet box out to the surface of the siding. So in order to do that, what I decided to do was take some of this just PVC exterior grade, I guess they make it 4 trim and stuff like this. It should match the hardy siding pretty well. But what I'm going to just do, it's 3/4 inch thick. Just take 2 layers of it, and then I'll take this blue box and just mount it on top of that. Shouldn't be too difficult, but I guess we'll see.
It's a simple state of mind. It's the people by your side, but only you can find paradise.
Alright, so now that the lights are all pretty much ready to go to be installed, we won't be installing those until after the siding is actually on. So what I'm actually doing right now is we want a water spigot back here. So figuring out exactly where we want that water spigot and then getting the PEX line from inside, because I'm going to just tie in where it passes over that doorway going into the kitchen. So I'm going to tie in there and then route it all the way out to out here. Hopefully this is one of the last times I have to cut these containers. I'm so tired of cutting in these containers. It's got a slight bend to it. So good.
You just love to be held. You're no princess. Turn the water back on to test out the new spigot, and we have a leak right here. You think it's something wrong with the 90?
Yeah, I think there's a small crack in it. I'm pretty sure I knew about one, and I might have put it back in the back on accident.
Trying this again. Good?
Good.
The next day, we needed to figure out where our new first flush for our rainwater catchment would connect to the house, which was fitting considering it rained all morning. We're not actually installing the new first flush right now though. That needs to wait for the siding to be done. We just need those nifty attachment pieces Spencer makes to be installed. It's going to be a little different this time because of where that downspout is, because before it was the downspout going to the first flush and it was connected to one of the deck posts, but now the corner of the room is a little bit over, so it's not quite lined up. So we just need to reconfigure where we are putting the first flush a little bit. So we're just going to be putting it on the west side this time, but same idea, just a little different. But you know what I need to do first? I need to contact the NUD. Spencer? Hey, NUD. NUD? You don't know what the NUD is?
None of your damn business.
NASA urinal director.
Oh my god. So we have a new urinal. It's the space junk blocker. It blocks all sorts of space junk, but not your junk. No, that's... Ken has to be saying this crap. So this one is pretty similar to the other design, with the exception of the shield and these little fingers. It still has the stainless steel mesh that blocks ultimately the leaf debris. The reason why I wanted to go to this design was because the other design, we noticed like towards the top inside of here, it didn't always fully drain. There would still be just a tiny bit of water in there, so that allowed a little bit of algae to grow. So I just wanted one that would block the sunlight, and it also helps capture a little bit more of the water, because also like on really heavy rain flows I noticed it would gush out of the pipe and then some of it would spill over the sides, which ultimately it's not that big of a deal, but it's a nice little added feature. And with these fingers, I'm not convinced yet on how well they work, but apparently they're supposed to help vibrate debris off of the first flush, or off of this screen. So I guess we'll really see ultimately how this works, but pretty excited to get it installed and get our rainwater harvesting back up and running.
Yeah, for anybody looking for one, they look really good. I mean, and they're very versatile. You can use them as a first flush, a spacecraft urinal, and also it looks like a welding helmet, so you could probably use it for that too.
Head for the sun, follow your footsteps, edge of the world, right to your doorstep, home, anywhere you wanna go, beyond the stars, out where the sun sets, we'll find the light, and we'll keep it our secret.
Now that we have those attachment points for the new first flush, we're all ready to start building the rain screen, which I am so excited about, because once the rain screen is finally done, we can start on siding, which is going to totally transform this.
What about the other new addition? Plot twist, we're going to slowly make a mega shipping container mansion. One tiny section at a time.
Oh my god. No.
Anywhere you wanna go, down any road, anywhere you wanna go, I'll show you my world.
It's so hot here right now that all the plants that are constantly out in the sun, they're not doing too well. But it's funny because all the plants next to our shower are just booming right now. One plant in particular, and I know because I got a shot of it a couple weeks ago because I thought it looked cool. And now, just a couple weeks later, this thing is taller than me and it has the most beautiful yellow flowers.
Yeah, the Leafius erectus is what we call it. I don't know what it is, but it's a very tall, stiff weed.
And I almost pulled it because I was gonna pull all the weeds around that area. I'm glad I didn't. This makes me never want to pull weeds anymore.
I was still so young, only playing war and guns. All ideals, nothing real, nothing yet become. When I saw you standing there.
Whenever I'm doing this, I feel like such a little creep.
Peeping Tom.
Yeah. Every time I come over here next to this corner, I always feel like I'm gonna drop the camera in there.
Better not drop a camera in there.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite road.
It looks so cool out here right now.
Who turned on a filter?
Right?
You are my favorite shade of rose. A flower bed on my favorite stones. I love the ground where your roots have grown. You're my favorite place. You are my favorite kind of clothes.
Spencer's the person that for every handful he gets, he eats half of them immediately.
That guides me home to my
There's a calf over here the bear's very interested in. It keeps following us. Oh my gosh, I would just die if a calf would follow me around. I would love that. Look what I just stumbled across. It's another one of those tall Leafus erectus. Blackberry Acre is definitely living up to the name. We got so many, and there's still a lot more, but we're getting a little tired because it just kind of goes on and on. It's definitely more than just an acre, for sure. And there's a lot that haven't even turned yet, so I'm sure we're gonna be back out here soon getting many more.
Yeah, we can easily double that in just a few days.
Yeah, and we got a bunch yesterday too, closer
Yeah.
to the house. Not bad. But first, that means I have to contact the nud.
So here at NASA, we have some new technology. It's the state-of-the-art. No, let me not do this. I sound so stupid.
You really do.
All right, we have the new We have the new I keep saying urinal. So we have a new urinal here at Life Uncontained, or at NASA. No, I hate skits.
I need to get a shot of you acting like you're peeing in it.
No.
You gotta go? I'm just kidding. Alright, ready?